Hello, today is 5:30 of 24 and I am bringing you a video about what I eat in a day on my keto journey. It's a little after 12 o'clock. I've actually been hungry for about an hour, but I've been busy and so I haven't gotten to it. So I'm going to eat now. I am going to have a burger. My husband made burgers for the family a couple nights ago, and I did not eat mine, so I'm going to eat that now. So I'm just going to heat it up in my air fryer. So that's kind of what I've got going here. I've got my burger. It's actually time to just kind of stick it in. So I'll do that. I'm going to add a bit of salt to it. There we go. And then I'll just let that cook for a couple minutes. And then in the meantime, I'm going to mix some mayonnaise up with some chia seeds to get that added fiber and some fat. And then I'm also going to add a fried egg. So I'm going to get my fried egg cooked. And then finally, I am going to add a cheese crisp. So once my burger is done, I'll get it into my bowl and then I will add my cheese crisp, the cheese pile to my air fryer, which I'll then, add to my burger. So, all right, let's get cooking. All right, so I've got my pan here. I need to grab my egg. I should actually probably turn it on first. There we go. Let that butter melt a little bit. And then I will add my egg once that gets melted. So then in the meantime, I am going to deal with my mayonnaise. So this is probably a tablespoon and a half maybe of mayonnaise in this container. So I'm just going to add a tablespoon of chia seeds. I won't use a whole tablespoon and a half on my burger. I just didn't want to have to measure it out. So I will just use, whatever, half of it, however much I use. But it's got some chia seeds in there. And then I'll just kind of go from there as far as like adding it into my tracker. Okay, so there's that. And my butter is getting melted. So I'm going to go ahead and add my egg to the pan. And I do want to add it kind of right where that butter is because I want the butter to fry it, right? And so I need it to be where the butter is. If I was using a smaller pan, it'd be a lot easier, but I'm not. So I don't want my butter kind of all over here and nothing where my egg is. So some salt and pepper. There we go. And I think I need to turn that down just a little. Okay, so what I do, I like my eggs over easy, but I don't like flipping my eggs. So what I do is I let it let the clear, which will turn to white, get that cooked, pretty much all the way through. And then I just add my lid. And so then my lid will hold in that heat and kind of cook the top just kind of perfect for me. So that's what I'm looking for there. I'm also going to get my cheese crisp ready. I'll just put a little bit of cheese in a pile. And then I will air fry that once my burger is done. All right, so this is cooked most of the way through. I'm going to add my lid. I've got some tomato to put on top, and then I think I'm going to add a bit of some spring mix also. Some nice bitter greens. Oh, we're getting there. All right, let's see. Oh, my burger is pretty done. Should have checked that a little bit sooner. There we go. And then I'll get my cheese crisp in there. And I don't know how long that's going to cook. All right, so my egg is looking good. It's not completely white over the top, but I really don't want my yolk to get cooked. So maybe I will try flipping it for just a second. It always breaks the yolk when I do this. See, it just broke the yolk. All right, but maybe I got it on fast enough that I'm going to be okay. That's why I don't like to flip it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have got smoke pouring out of my air fryer because it did this. This is what's going on in my air fryer. So I'll just skip that step and eat what I've got going on here. That did not work out. Okay, so I wanted to add some mayonnaise. I actually should have added it to the burger, like when the burger was just sitting there, but I forgot. So I'll just kind of put some on top. And then I'm going to add my tomato. There we go. And some of my mixed greens. Maybe tear those up a little bit. It's kind of like a burger salad. All right, here's my first meal of the day. I'm going to go eat. Hello again. So I'm here with my second meal. It's just after 5 o'clock. I am hungry. I've actually kind of been hungry all day. I think because I was hungry and then I didn't eat and then I ate and it wasn't quite enough to satisfy me. And then I've just been busy. And so like I just feel extra hungry. This may not be my last meal today, but we'll see. So I am in the middle of a project and I'm going to eat something quick. So I have one of the factor meals. It is chili roasted chicken with red pepper cream, purple cabbage, and zucchini. So I added a tablespoon of chia seeds to the zucchini and I added some extra salt so I could get a little more sodium in. I am going to go ahead and give this a try. My spoon will not cut the chicken. All right, so I've got some chicken and I've got some of the purple cabbage and then some of the cream sauce. And it's pretty good. Um, I like the texture that I get from the red cabbage, so that's nice. And the flavor is good. Flavor is definitely good. You could smell how good that this kind of is. I wouldn't rate it like a 5, but probably like a 3.5 out of 5. All right, so my zucchini. Mm, it tastes like zucchini. Not my favorite. I think I will just make sure that I'm eating it kind of with everything else, and then it'll be good. The butter sauce that it comes on the zucchini is good. But I don't really care. I don't like cooked vegetables. And in this form, I don't like the zucchini really very much. But I think just adding it to the rest of the food, then I'll be able to eat it and it'll be fine. I was hungry tonight around probably 7 o'clock. I started eating. I first tried to have more of the Giorgio stuffed mushrooms that I had had previously. I did add some butter and a little bit of salt and garlic powder on top. My intent was to eat 4 of them um, because that's kind of what I had left, and 4 really isn't too much anyway. But I could only eat 2 of them, and I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it was them themselves or I don't know what the issue was, but I could only eat 2 of them. And so I put the other 2 in the fridge. So then a little while later, I was still hungry. And so I thought, well, I'll just have like some tuna. So I tried to just eat tuna and I didn't like it. So I added a little bit of mayonnaise to it, or not mayonnaise, to a little bit of Miracle Whip to it. I don't like mayonnaise in my tuna. About a tablespoon. It still wasn't quite what I was looking for. So then I was like, all right, well, maybe if I put it in a wrap. And so I had wanted to try the Egglife wraps. I had gotten them at Aldi and I hadn't tried them yet. It's of the plain kind. So I put it in there with a little bit of spring salad mix, and I didn't really care for that either. The wraps themselves are a bit dry, so you just really need quite a bit more moisture added to your like stuffing. And I didn't have that. And I didn't want to add more Miracle Whip to add more carbs to my day, which you'll find out later seems kind of crazy. But anyway, so it didn't really satisfy me. I only ate about half of it. I tried to eat all of it, like, okay, well, I'm hungry, and so I'm just gonna eat all of it, and I just couldn't. So then a while later, I made myself some popcorn, which has a bunch of carbs in it, so I don't know why I didn't just eat the Miracle Whip. But anyway, so I had about half a bag of popcorn. I added some half a tablespoon of butter, melted butter, along with some chia seeds, half a tablespoon of chia seeds. And so I ate that. And then that did satisfy me. I was fine after that. I did a lot of work today. I had like projects going on and I really kind of was like moving and getting up and down from ladders and doing all kinds of stuff today. So I think I just really needed more calories today. So let's take a look at how my day ended up being. So it is a higher calorie day. I got to 1500, but again, I'm not worried about that. Um, Sustaining my weight is between 1400 and 1800 calories. So I'm just fine. And then my net carbs again are a little high. They're 27.9, but I'm not worried about it. I don't like get kicked out of ketosis. I'm not like, still craving a bunch of carbs. That's not happening. It's just fine that I had 27.9 today. My fiber is actually pretty good with 14. And then my sodium is 2850. So that is a little low. I would like to get a little bit higher, but I just didn't. And so I'm going to be okay with it. And I'll just, kind of try and make sure that I'm doing a little bit better tomorrow. For my total macros, my protein is 25%. So again, closer to where I want to be. I do want to try and get to 30, still kind of working on that. But otherwise it looks good for my day. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow.